Something really interesting happened the other day. Microsoft bought the parent company that owns Bethesda. Now, I kind of was under the impression that Bethesda was kind of rolling in the money. I mean, they've been pushing out more ambitious titles lately. I think Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76 are good indicators of that. And of course, the fact that they published id Software games like Doom and Wolfenstein, to me, it seemed like Bethesda was doing well. And some people have been saying, well, Bethesda kind of needed something like this. They're not like the biggest company ever, but I mean, I always felt like, well, they sure present themselves like they're a pretty big company. They even have their own presentation at E3 and everything. So, but I guess, but the thing is, I don't know if this was necessarily needed because the buyout was like in the billions, right? It was like a huge payment. $7.5 billion was spent. So that's a huge payment for a huge acquisition. And I mean, to be fair, this is Bethesda we're talking about, and they're kind of like, while their games at first used to be kind of a niche thing, at this current moment, they're totally not niche at all. I mean, at this current moment, like, the next Elder Scrolls game is going to sell like a bazillion copies, okay? Like, let's just be real. Every Elder Scrolls game just gets more and more fans involved, and over time, as more and more people have bought these remakes, and the reason why they keep making these like HD versions of Skyrim is because people keep paying for them and people will keep buying them because people love Skyrim. So no matter what, even if the next game is a total piece of shit and it's a stinker and it's even worse than Skyrim, because a lot of people who are fans of Morrowind hate it or hate the new games. A lot of people who are fans of Oblivion think Oblivion is like a good mix of everything, and Skyrim just makes things worse. And even if Skyrim is the worst one, or even if the sequel, the next Elder Scrolls game is the worst one, it doesn't matter because people are going to buy the fuck out of it. Like they did it for Elder Scrolls 5. That's what's going to happen. So having them under your belt is a pretty big deal. And also, like, it would be really nice if Bethesda could finally make a new game engine for Elder Scrolls 6 and didn't just use the same one from Morrowind that they've been using for every game, including the Fallout games this whole time. It'd be really nice if they made a new engine. Back to the point of the matter is that some people have had lots of different reactions to this. Some people are very happy because this means that Bethesda can get the proper funding they need to make Elder Scrolls 6 a home run grand slam of a game. And, it is going to be a good seller, don't get me wrong, so that's a smart idea. It seems like a win-win in that regard, but some people are more worried because of what this means for PlayStation owners. Now, me, I own an Xbox One, but I barely play it. Mostly I play my PS4, and I do plan on getting a PS5 because the exclusives already look better. I mean, Final Fantasy 16 is going to be exclusive, and that Sony always has like good exclusives, but also, I don't know, Sony's hardware, I just typically enjoy Sony a lot. I really think the PS3 was better than the 360, but only on that second half of the lifespan. The first half, the PS3 was struggling so hard. It was so bad. But now I really do think the PS3 is better than 360 as a whole. And, it helped because it had games like Metal Gear Solid 4. And, PlayStation 4 has games like Final Fantasy 7 Remake. And so it seems like Square Enix is really up on the Sony train right now. And I feel like PlayStation is just a good investment if you want to play some really badass games. And Xbox knows this, and that's why they have Game Pass on PC, because if you're like me, you also have a gaming PC. Now, I have a gaming PC, I have a PS4, I have a Switch, I have an Xbox One, I have all of them. And when you have all of them, you're not going to play all of them as much. You're going to, if you had one, you'd play that one the most. If you have two, you go between them, right? I play my PS4 the most, then my PC, then my Switch. And people are like, well, if you're a PC gamer, wouldn't you want to play everything on PC? Not really, because a lot of the times you don't really benefit that much from owning the game on PC, but a lot of the games I play on PS4 are actually exclusive to PS4 or something like that. I mean, I don't really play first-person shooters like Borderlands or, whatever. When I do play shooters, I will play them on PC. Like Overwatch, for example, I played Overwatch exclusively on PC the whole time it was out. And now that Halo's on PC, I play Halo on PC. But I don't play like the Call of Duty games and stuff like that. I don't play I played Destiny until it came to PC. Now I would play it on PC, but I don't really play Destiny either. So that's the thing. Like for me, I'd rather play with the PS4 controller. And for a lot of the cases, when it comes to multiplayer, It's more convenient on console because I can just have the 4 controllers plug into my TV, and everything's all good. So for me, the console's use is very nice, and I get the use I need out of it. So I understand both angles. I understand PC gaming, console gaming, and all that stuff. But so right off the bat, it's kind of hard to be worried about playing games like the new Fallout and the new Elder Scrolls, because when they do come out, they'll be on PC anyway, because Xbox puts all their games on PC now. They put Halo on PC, Gears of War, Forza, anything you can think of. Not only that, but they have Game Pass, where it costs like $15 if you want it with Xbox Live Gold, which is a fantastic deal if you have a console. That's a perfectly reasonable deal. I mean, I would pay that. Like, I would be paying that if I had an Xbox. But instead, I pay $5 a month for only PC games, and basically I'm giving Xbox money. I think I've had it for about a year now. I think I got it around this time maybe around last September, because I got it a little bit before Outer Worlds came out. And that was the reason why I played Outer Worlds. I probably wouldn't have bought it if I didn't get it on Game Pass for PC. I probably wouldn't have even played it then. But I really enjoyed playing Outer Worlds on PC, which it is the direct competition of Bethesda. But the funny thing is that Microsoft owns Obsidian as well, apparently. So a lot of people are saying, okay, Obsidian and Bethesda are in the same world now. It's like, I don't think that means there's going to be a Fallout New Vegas 2 or another Fallout game made by Obsidian. I think Obsidian would rather just focus on their own franchises like Outer Worlds. And I don't even know why people want a New Vegas 2. Like, if you want New Vegas 2, literally play Outer Worlds. Like, the idea of going, but it's New Vegas 2. Dude, that's useless. That's literally a useless thing that doesn't need to exist. Like, literally, you can just play Outer Worlds, and it's basically just New Vegas 2. I don't know what to say, unless you specifically want it to be in the Fallout universe. But to me, who fucking cares? So really, anything Obsidian makes is going to be like New Vegas 2. So just play any game by Obsidian and support the people you like, you know? But some people are really worried about how this is going to work. Now, Outer Worlds came out day one on Game Pass, and again, that's why I played it. If Elder Scrolls 6 comes out day one on Game Pass on PC, then I'll actually play it, because I have no intention of actually buying another Elder Scrolls game. I was pretty disappointed with Skyrim. I'm not that into, to be completely honest, I like the Fallout games, but I'm not even that into the Elder Scrolls games. I think the last one I actually enjoyed was Morrowind, and I played it as like a little kid and had no idea what the fuck I was doing. So I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, they're not really my games, So I don't really care what happens to them either way. But I at least tried Skyrim out, and I did enjoy parts of it. And if Elder Scrolls 6 comes out on Game Pass, I'll play it because I'm already paying for it. I already own it technically because of that. So really, I mean, this is a win for me, personally. Even though I play my PS4 the most, and I'm going to probably replace that with the PS5 when it comes out, this is still a win for me because it means it's coming to Game Pass. And Game Pass is a fantastic service. But the truth is that people are wondering if it's going to be console exclusive. PC, it'll still come to. For sure, it'll still come to PC, but this is kind of just hurting people who only own PS5. Console gamers who don't want to get a PC, now they have to make the choice between the Xbox and the PS5, just decide. And if they think, well, the Xbox has the only way to play, Skyrim 2. Don't worry, it won't be called Skyrim 2, but I think that's funny. I think it's a funny meme, a funny meme. Don't get mad at me. But yeah, if the only way to play Elder Scrolls 6 is to own an Xbox, then people are gonna be like, well, shit, that's a decision changer. Do I want Elder Scrolls or do I want Final Fantasy? And guys, let me stop you right there. There's a reason why Minecraft is on all consoles. What about Cuphead? It's on PS4 now too. Think about that. Look at Ori and the Blind Forest coming to Nintendo Switch. Actually, I think it's on Switch now. Ori and the Blind Forest on Switch. Guys, Banjo-Kazooie and Smash. You guys. There was a rumor for the longest time that Xbox Live might be on the Nintendo Switch at some point. Guys. It doesn't matter. Microsoft is not going to make it exclusive. I strongly disagree with the idea that Microsoft is going to make Elder Scrolls an exclusive title to the Xbox and PC. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Now, will the PC version be exclusive to the Microsoft store? Even that I don't even know, because a lot of Microsoft games like Halo come out on Steam. It might even be on Steam. Killer Instinct is even on Steam. Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2 I think are on Steam. So it's not even like a done deal that you can't get it on Steam. Somewhere down the road, Microsoft realized they started taking this approach to a progressive stance. Now, when I say progressive, people probably think of politics. They're like, oh, Bernie Sanders, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about Medicare for all and health insurance shit. I'm talking about new out-of-the-box ideas. And in this case, out-of-the-box means literally out of the Xbox. Xbox is willing to sell their games on Nintendo systems. They're willing to sell their games on PlayStation systems if PlayStation will let them. They're willing to put their games on PC the same day that come out on Xbox. And if you pay this service, you get it. You get a new game, a brand new fucking game. Halo Infinite will come out day one. If you have Game Pass, you can play it on Game Pass for the same price you would have paid even if you didn't get Halo on day one, but you own Game Pass. You would still pay that $5 or $15. But this now you get Halo with it. So I mean, so the thing is like, this is a pretty crazy idea. The fact that they're like, we don't care about selling $60 games. We just want you to sign up for Game Pass, right? The thing about Game Pass is if you have $15, if you're paying $50 a month, then every, what is that? Let's see here. So that'd be $15. So it should be like every 4 months is $60, right? If you're paying $15, like every 4 months is about, you've paid like $60. So you basically just spent $60 in the span of 4 months to buy one game. But as a consumer, you just played a shit ton of old games that you weren't going to play anyway, right? Some of these games might only be cost like $30 or $40, and sometimes it might even be on sale for like $15. But you just spent the price of a full game to play like however many games you fucking felt like. If you wanted to play every single game on Game Pass in 1 month, you could have. And you could have canceled it. So basically, because everyone keeps Game Pass, Microsoft's making a shit ton of money. Some people might be paying $60 for a new game. Some people might just only play on Game Pass. Either way, after 4 months, Xbox has got the same price from a full game. And people aren't going to keep it for only 4 months. They're going to keep it for a year. So that's what? 12 months in a year? And every 4 months, you spent the same price of a full game. So that's 3 games a year. You bought 3 games a year just by owning Game Pass. Now, when you think about it, you might say, oh shit, the math is adding up to where I'm kind of losing money. But the reality is that if you buy multiple games a year, then, I mean, you're kind of doing the same thing. Are you not? Like for me, this year I already bought Ghost of Tsushima for full price. I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake for full price, and I bought Last of Us 2 for full price. I've already bought 3 games a year. And it's only just now becoming October soon. Not to mention, I already bought Hyrule Warriors on Switch. I'm just waiting for it to get here, right? So I mean, and if Halo Master Chief Collection wasn't on Game Pass, I would have spent $60 for that too. So the reality is that you're still spending the amount you probably would still spend. Difference is you get to play a bunch of older games on top of the new games that come out day one on Microsoft. So the Game Pass deal is amazing. Now, this is not their only progressive idea. It's a very genius idea. It's a reason it's getting a lot of people to basically give Microsoft money on PC. Now on PC, you can spend $5 a month, and you get not all the same games, because there's more games on the Xbox version. And the reason why is because they actually are doing PC ports. Microsoft is investing money to do PC ports, and most of the time the PC ports are fine. And a lot of the games that are also on here already have pre-existing PC ports. Like Kingdom Hearts 3, for at one point, was one of the free games on the console version of Game Pass. And, obviously it doesn't have a PC version, so you can't get it on the PC version of Game Pass. That's fine. I'm not going to complain about that. But there's a lot of other fantastic games. I mean, the selection on PC is more than adequate. I mean, I'm very fine with it. I'm very happy with it. It could be bigger. They could do more, but I'm also spending only $5 a month, so it's kind of hard to complain, you know. But then Microsoft also knows they can make money not only just from the PC people, but they can make money putting their games on Sony. They're like, you know what? If people want to buy Minecraft, first of all, everyone who has Minecraft already has it. Like, if you want Minecraft on Xbox, you already have it. You want Minecraft on PC, you already fucking have it. So at this point, you can only make money by letting Sony also sell Minecraft. And for Sony, it's like, yes, we will get more people. More people will buy PlayStation. You know, they'll give money to PlayStation because they're buying Minecraft. So a cut goes to Sony, but that cut also goes to Microsoft because it's their game. So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, now they're making money too. I don't know how the actual official cuts work, or if Sony paid a flat rate to get Minecraft. I don't know how any of that stuff works. Okay, guys. But my point is that Microsoft is basically, they weren't going to not make money, and so now they are going to make money. So the idea is will they make more money if they make Elder Scrolls a console exclusive? Well, the funny thing is, if you have a gaming PC and you have Game Pass, then you're probably not going to buy it on console anyway. You're going to just play on PC. And again, if you got it on Xbox, if you had an Xbox, Elder Scrolls would only cost $5. Or you can pay the full $60 to play it on PlayStation. See where I'm going with this? Either way, Microsoft is making money. They're making it more affordable and more accessible to play Elder Scrolls because you can just play odd midnight. You don't have to worry about shit. It's already there. You just got to fucking install the goddamn game. And I think you can pre-install, but I'm not quite sure. Sometimes one problem with Game Pass is sometimes installing a game on day one can be a bitch, especially if there's a lot of traffic that day. But what I will say is, again, if you want the game on PS4 or PS5, I should say, you can probably still buy it, but it'll just cost more. So, again, I don't think they're going to not sell it. Everything else Microsoft has been doing has been completely fine. I think what they're going to do is let Bethesda do what they want to do for the most part. Straight up, they're probably just going to let Bethesda do what they want to do, but fund them. I feel like this acquisition is becoming a win-win for most people. It can be troubling when a game company does own a large monopoly. And I do think it's crazy that Microsoft keeps buying up third parties. But if what they do with it is pro-consumer, then, which is the opposite of the Xbox One launch, then this could be really good for Xbox. The new Xbox Series consoles, right? The Series X and Series S, they're both very pro-consumer. The fact of the matter is that I might pick up an Xbox Series S someday, not day one. If I had a good amount of money, if I was like kind of a baller, if I had a job where I was kind of a baller, and I was still single, because it's hard to justify to other human beings that you're buying two consoles day one. I would buy the PS5 and I'd buy the cheaper Xbox, because the cheaper Xbox is $300, right? Cheaper PS5 is going to be $400, so it's like $700 total for two consoles, which is kind of crazy, right? But at the same time, if I was a baller, I would just do that, because it's like, well, even if I don't play it that much, I'm getting the version with no disc. I'm getting the version where, I can play Game Pass and just enjoy the fucking system, But I'm not a baller, and also I have a PC, so there's literally no point in buying an Xbox. For me, and here's the thing, again, if Microsoft made it to where Elder Scrolls was exclusive, there would still be no point for me to buy it. I'd just be like, okay, fine, I just won't play Bethesda games. But the thing is like, it's not going to be console exclusive. It's going to be console plus PC exclusive, because they're not trying to make fans mad. They're trying to win over the consumers. And this is extremely consumer friendly. So, and Microsoft has become the consumer friendliest fucking company of the three, which was the polar opposite of when we entered this generation of consoles, which is amazing, because if you can 180 that hard on these topics, it just shows us that, like, okay, you understand now. You understand why we were upset in the first place. Meanwhile, Sony now has to play catch up, because Nintendo and Microsoft are being really friendly with each other and letting Nintendo's like, sure, put your games on our Switch, because we need more people to buy the Switch. You know, we want people to buy the Switch because the Wii U didn't sell well. And so if you're putting your games on the go, I mean, to be frank, there's no way to play Xbox games on the go. Well, there is now because now there's streaming involved with the Game Pass stuff. But for a while, there was no way to do that. Oh man, imagine if they let you stream. Dude, if they put Game Pass on the Switch and all it let you do is stream the games you own on Xbox and PC, I would fucking do it. I would do it. I'd totally play games on my fucking Switch. That'd be amazing if they did the same service they did for PC, but for Switch, and it just was a even further limited version. I would possibly pay $5 more for that. I'd possibly pay $10 for the PC and the Switch version of Game Pass from Xbox. I would totally. I mean, that just sounds dope, dude. So, yeah, I mean, that sounds awesome. Honestly, the more I think about it, but that's the thing. Like, Microsoft is totally friendly, totally willing to put their games on other systems. They don't care. They even put Banjo and Smash. They asked the director, like, when Smash 4 was out, they're like, hey, do you want to put Banjo and Smash? He's like, I'd fucking do that. And then, like a pimp, they asked him again, and he already knew. He already knew Banjo was going to be in Smash eventually, and they asked him, like, do you still want Banjo and Smash? He's like, if Nintendo wants to, yeah, I'll do it. Like, he's pretending that... He's pretending he doesn't already know that they already planned this like years ago that they're going to put Banjo in Smash Ultimate. He's a fucking pimp, dude. I'm sorry. That's a pimp move. That's king shit right there. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, while it is a little scary, the idea of a gaming monopoly forming, as long as Microsoft continues to do pro-consumer things, I think it's okay. Like, for example, again, I'm going to be getting the PS5. I'm not getting the Xbox. But part of that is because of the way the Japanese game developers tend to favor the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation products in general. There's a lot of games that seem to be exclusive to PlayStation. Luckily, more and more Japanese developers are putting games on Steam. Thank fucking Christ that the people at Atlas, when they put Persona 4 Golden on Steam, they said it did overwhelmingly positive, and they didn't expect it to sell so well. And basically, to me, it meant, oh, we should put more of our games on PC. And yes, you should. And we're starting to see Yakuza games coming to PC as well. So games that were like exclusive to console and games that were exclusive only to PlayStation are finally coming to PC. And that's a beautiful thing. So I'm still going to be sticking with PlayStation for now, but I do think that, Xbox is really awesome. And honestly, I'm giving Xbox my money. Like, at the end of the day, I'm giving them my $5 a month. You know, I'm giving them my fucking $5 a month. So they're getting my money. So that's all I really have to say here. I don't really know what's going to happen in the future. And I think we're a long way away from the next Elder Scrolls game coming out, and I don't even know. I think Bethesda was working on that. They're working like an outer space game or something. So we'll see what happens with that. But my main point here was just to say I don't really think it's going to be console exclusive, and I'm ultimately kind of okay with it. So either way, if this decision makes you more wanting to buy an Xbox just based off good faith policy, it's only because Microsoft is showing good faith policies. They're just trying to show that they're not pieces of shit. That's all they're trying to do. They just want to be like, well, we want to be like the pro consumer company, and if that's enough to win you over, then that's awesome. That's a good reason to be won over by Microsoft. And if you want to get it because you like Elder Scrolls a lot, and so you're like, okay, I gotta get it on Xbox, because what if it is console exclusive? It probably won't be console exclusive. It probably will be on both. But like I said, if you want to own it forever, you can pay $60, or you can just play it for $5 a month or $15 a month if you get it with Xbox Live Gold. And then not only that, but if you keep wanting to play it and it expires from Game Pass, which the first party games are never going to expire from Game Pass. Gears of War 4 is still on there, so it's probably not going to expire. But if you are worried about it expiring off Game Pass, then you can buy it when it's like eventually $20 or something, and just own it and then not worry about that. So I mean, like, that's fucking awesome. Like, that's great, because it means you were one of the people who were waiting for it to get cheaper, and you're still gonna get it eventually, but you didn't have to wait because you were playing already. So in my opinion, Game Pass is a fantastic service, and this is all fine. Like there's really nothing to worry about. So we'll have to see what the future holds. If things get worse in the future, if things get like, anti-consumer, then we'll put our foot down. But for right now, this is ultimately okay. So I haven't really done a video just talking about news and my opinion on the news lately, because basically all I ever talk about is Smash Bros. And Dragon Ball. But this was a fun little thing, and also I just really decided this was an interesting enough topic to bring up, because a lot of us, we're still not quite sure yet how Microsoft's going to handle this. So hopefully Microsoft handles this with grace, and I am assuming they will, because everything they've shown so far shows that they will handle this with grace, shows that they're very pro-consumer. So I think PlayStation fans have nothing to worry about, and hopefully all this means is that there's better games from Bethesda. So that's all I have to say on this topic. I'm going to end this one here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.